I think the iPhone 6 has like pretty much the same as the 6S.
Okay.
Okay, so what is the project I put you on?
To get you a vacuum that you could take to Sadie's house.
Okay, so, and I gave you a budget of?
$130. Well, I asked you if you could spend up to $130, and you said yes.
Okay. And what were some of the early vacuums that you looked at?
Okay, so first of all, I want to say it was a lot of fun because I just love looking at this stuff. And so I had Craigslist send me a feed anytime there were new vacuums. And there are hundreds of vacuums for sale on Craigslist, by the way. And so pretty much I wanted to get you a vacuum that was in very good condition. I wanted to get you a vacuum that was a good buy. I wanted to get you a vacuum that worked well, that was easy to use. And that had a bag, because I don't like bagless vacuums.
Why not?
Because when you take out the bag, usually dirt falls out, and all that air that is sucked in, the vacuum cleaner sucks in air, it blows it out. It still has to go out somewhere, and usually on bagless vacuums, there's a HEPA filter, and that filter still has to be changed. It's not just blowing out through nothing. So it's bagless, but there's still things you have to change. So I would just get a bag and have your house smell good while you're vacuuming, a good bag.
So what is the vacuum that we ended up with?
Well, first of all, I'm going to tell you about the vacuum I went to go see in my neighborhood. It was so close. It was in Lower Haight, and it was a Eureka, some kind of air sport vacuum. And I went to see it, and this girl was very pretty. She had a nice apartment with stainless steel appliances, and she said, I want to get rid of my vacuum. And I looked at it, but it was bagless. So I said, thanks so much. I'm looking for my son. I wanted to get him not a bagless vacuum. So
you told her that you were looking on my behalf.
Yes, and then she sent me this text. Did I show you that text where she said, I'm desperate to get rid of my vacuum? It was kind of like she was a drug addict. But I didn't want to get that one, even though she lowered the price to $40. And then I looked at an Oric vacuum, which I think maybe Sadie might like best because they're small, they're light. But they often have the motors burn out on Oric vacuums. They're all over. You can find old Orics with burned out motors. And so I didn't, I may still get her that. She likes that better, by the way. And so then I saw this Kirby, and Kirbys are very expensive vacuums. They really are, like I said, the Rolls Royce of vacuums, and they're big. They even look kind of like a 1956 Buick, because it's, this is aluminum, but for all you know, it could be chrome. And it's big, it's heavy, it's built to last. In fact, if you have a Kirby vacuum cleaner, they have a deal where if you send it back to the factory for $125, they will make it look like new again and put in a new motor. So once you have a Kirby, you never have to have anything else.
So what is the retail price of this vacuum?
It's like today, if you would buy this is the top of there's only one Kirby, there's one top of the line, there's not lesser models, there's one model, and it's like $1,800. This one was probably $1,500, $1,600. They're sold not only in a Kirby store, but they're also sold by salesmen. So there's huge markup. But probably, I saw online that today what the salesman pays for the Kirby is more than $1,300 with all the attachments that you have here.
So it didn't come with a manual.
No.
And you printed one out.
Yes, I asked the seller. I said I wanted a manual. He said I had one. And I said, well, please look for it. But he never found it. And so I printed one out. And by the way, it took a long time for that to load. It took hours for it to print. I don't know why. But anyway, you have everything.
And you read the manual cover to cover?
Yes, I read it cover to cover.
How many pages would you say that is?
I know exactly. It's 65 pages long. Okay. And I watched all the videos on YouTube that Kirby produced on this vacuum. So I know everything about the vacuum that anybody knows.
Okay.
Like a consumer.
Well, I couldn't be happier with the vacuum. I think it's really, really nice. I really enjoy all of its features. And I just want to ask, are you passionate about vacuums?
I kind of am now. It was a ton of fun. But here's what I learned about this, James. Even though I really like this vacuum, the deal is the person who has the vacuum should like the vacuum. And if Sadie doesn't, we're just going to get rid of it. We're not going to try to teach Sadie. We're not going to try to convert Sadie. We're just going to get her a vacuum cleaner that she likes better.
Well, I think she's going to like it.
Yeah, I think so, because the big deal is how easy it is to push. It really is easy. So you're not going to be tired after you vacuum with this vacuum.
Okay. Thanks, Pop.
My pleasure.